What's up, guys? Rupert here. We just completed level 59, tier 59 Nightmare Dungeon, and I thought I'd show off the build. One thing I did make a change so far is with the hammer. I took out the Hellhammer because now we deal much more damage. So, this build is absolutely amazing. It's been crushing everything. I tried to kill Duriel 3 times, and I succeeded 3 times. It was actually no problem. So, in the helmet, I think this is a perfectly rolled helmet. It strength, total armor, max health, cooldown. Besides the death blow build, which I would want ranks to death blow, this helmet is amazing, like absolutely amazing. And on all the armor pieces, helmet, pants, and chest, I would like to have max armor and max life. Sorry, total armor and max life. The barrier the barrier aspect. I love this one. I think the barrier helps quite significantly. These are good. I wish instead of damage reduction from distant enemies, I wish we had health. Other than that, this is beautifully rolled. And of course, put resistances where you need them. Expectant, again, we use our basic attack to get an overpower kill, and also, we use bash to increase this as well. So attack speed, critical strike, and ranks to whatever you're using. I think those 3 are mandatory. All stats or strength, I think, are kind of the best for that 4th slot. So these gloves are pretty much perfectly rolled. Okay, disobedience. I watched a video from Woody Joe, and he said your capped armor is 13.3k to give you 100% damage, well, to give you 85% damage reduction. We are already there. So I'm going to be taking this off. I don't need it. To do level 154 monsters, you need 13.3k armor. I have that, so I'm going to take off that stat. I don't know what I'm going to put there yet, but with these pants, I'm looking for, again, health. Boots, Audacity. When we stun everything, we deal more damage to them from the wall-up passive. Perfect. And I have a lot of reses on my boots because that's the easy way to cap out your reses. But of course, movement speed is a must. Okay, this used to be Hellhammer, but this does way more damage. So this is our new Hellhammer. I don't have a power on it yet. I don't know what power I'm going to use on it. I don't really have much because I'm saving for other things. But yeah, so strength, critical strike. We don't deal a high critical strike in this build, but that's still decent. Damage to close, that's going to be good for, again, everything. But, well, Upheaval, you can still be close, so that's a good thing. But damage while berserking, damage to close, and strength are 3 that you really want, or all stat, and maybe some more overpower. That'd be good as well. In our 2, we have maces here for more overpower damage, and we do rapid for basic skills, and then we do intercom because we stand still all the time. And both of these you want strength, and you want core skill for Upheaval. You want damage to close for pretty much every other Barbarian build, and you want damage to berserking, and if you can get like overpower, that would also be great. Damage over time is useless in this build. I mean, you get a little bit from this, but it's not enough that you even would consider having that on one of your weapons. And then we have Edge Masters, because we fill up our Fury all the time. So this is really important. And this, in my opinion, for this build, is perfectly rolled. Gives us strength, all stats, overpower, and core skill. Like, that's perfectly rolled. Okay, and with our rings here, so we have both chieftains. I wish this actually did have critical strike chance to proc more bashes, which would proc more overpower shots. But other than that, this, like, you would take out damage to close for this build and put in critical strike chance. But we use all 3 shouts. This is a no-brainer. Still working on getting rid of this ring. Unsuccessful. But this is just a placeholder. But this works really well with just this one ring. And this is our amulet. So if you notice, I put on it Numbing Wrath for our Fortify generation. This is a great way to fortify, but our main way is with our Vampiric power. But it's decently rolled. I mean, the Wallet passive is great. Controlled impaired duration is honestly useless because we have our shouts and Wrath of the Berserker to get out of that. Overpower damage is great. Just flat damage is also great. But this isn't perfectly rolled, but it's good enough, honestly. These are the pants I'm looking to roll into. I know I say that, as you can see that last stat there, I'm trying to get max health, which I have not received yet. So once I get that, I'm not going to keep that on it, actually, because I don't need that, but... Vampiric powers. So we have... This is our main way that we actually have Fortify. And this is another damage buff here. This helps with our cooldowns of all our skills. This one is just way too powerful. And this is how we proc another overpower. Expertise for this one, I did the one-handed mace because we do stun things quite often with Audacity and with Bash actually as well. So this works quite frequently. And for the skill tree, so we start off with Bash, and of course we take Combat Bash to get those overpowers. And then we take Upheaval, and as you see, look at our Upheaval damage, 119 to 146 versus... $107 to 130. So as you see, that's a very significant change. So this is why I've swapped out the Hellhammer. Because this is a two-handed build, we put on Endless Fury. We take this for more health. We take all 3 shouts, and this shout gives us more fury. This is what helps deal us less damage and give us some more fury. This is one way that we get berserking, and we put on a little bit of Fortify. Every time we shout, they're increased. We shout longer, and our shouts also heal us. We put on Swiftness so we can move faster as we don't take Lunging Strike. We take this passive just to get Slaying Strike, as in if we don't one-shot things with our overpower, then we'll deal more damage with our normal power shots. 3 ranks in here. We're 3 ranks of counteroffensive. And then we take 1 point in here to get this, that we heal for life every time we spend 100 fury. These are my last 2 points, so I just put them here. If you really enjoyed this or needed this, I guess you could take 1 or 2 points out of here to put 2 points in here. Then we take Wrath of the Berserker, and our key passive is Unbridled Rage. That's how our Upheaval deals so much damage. And because we stun everything, we max out our Wallop, and because we overpower so much, we max out Brute Force. Going over to the Paragon tree, we start off with Ire. I think this is going to be a staple for pretty much any Barbarian build, and I think your first board is always going to pretty much look like this. You might path differently into this side, that's up to you, but I did the side that had more health and armor. And then we go up next to, of course, Bonebreaker. So we so we guarantee an overpower. And I got some life and armor nodes over here as well for the fortify and the overpower. And then we do crusher because all we use is our two-handed mace. And we want to max this out. Our next board is Warbringer, which we take Martial. And this is basically, you just want to get your strength and then get out. Which for some reason, I forgot to take one more point right there. That's too bad. So I'm not even using it for the casting the shout for the reduced cooldown. That's hilarious. And then our fourth board is Weapon Master for Dominate. And we want to get all the willpower in this board. And we took some damage to elites down here. Then we path over to our final board, which is Carnage. And the glyph we are going to take is Territorial. No, it's not Territorial. My bad. Is Might. We're going to put Might in here because we always use a two-handed weapon. And then that'll also buff all these nodes here. Our berserking nodes as well. Okay, and that is the Hellhammer / Upheaval build. Definitely give it a try. It's an awesome build. It does a lot of damage. It's super powerful. And yeah, you have empty slot here for a power that I have not decided yet. And once your armor is capped out, you don't need Disobedience anymore. So there's another spot there that you have. So I was thinking I might put Numbing Wrath here and make this spot free for something else. Anyway, that's the build. Give it a try. See you guys in the next one.
PlayStation